Okay, so let's start the chapter. Okay, so in this chapter, we will be talking about the marketing on the web. We want to know if there is a differences between marketing on the web and regular marketing, and there is what's the overlap between them and how we do marketing on the web versus regular marketing. So in this chapter, want to know, or you will learn how firms use product-based and customer-based marketing strategies, the strategies for communicating with the different market segments. We also need to identify the customer characteristics as they move through the customer relationship life cycles, and how online advertising has developed and grown. Furthermore, we probably need to understand more about the email marketing strategies, about the technology-enabled CRM or customer relationship management, how to create and maintain a brand on the web, how businesses use social media in a viral marketing campaigns, and about search engine positioning and search engine optimization and search engine positioning tactics and domain names selection strategies. Now, one of the things that we learned that there is always a 4 P's in marketing, which is a price, promotion, place, and product. Now, the 4 P's here, we have product, which is a physical item or service sold or idea. Brand is the customer product. And then we have the price, which is the amount of the customers pays for the product for the value that is sees in. And you have a promotion, which is advertisements part of it, including any means of spreading the word about the product. And then you have the place. Sometimes you find it as a word of distribution, but it's a place, which is part of the P, is the need to have a product or services available in many different locations. Could be on the website, it's also a place. Right place, the best time to sell them. So it's all about getting the right products to the right place at the best time to sell that. So there is different issue that we need to look at it. When we're looking at the products, we want to examine our quality, design, feature, branding, packaging, customer perception. When it comes to the pricing, we need to examine the value to the customers, price of competing products, customer price sensitivities, if there is a discount, and differential pricing. And then you have the promotion, which is advertisement, public relation, personal selling, online communications, and the place could be the distribution channels, the market coverage, the logistics, and inventory. So when you are in a marketing strategy, you have to be involved in involved and understand all these features to come up with the right marketing plan and marketing strategy. I will talk about these each one. So when we look at product-based marketing strategy, we are about managers think in the terms of product and services sold. Usually it works well when customers think of needs in a term of product categories like Office Depot, Staples, and Sears. These are websites example, but in the same time, customers or a client or potential customer would not think of these unless there is a problem in his mind that's need to be solved. So your job is really when you do a marketing is you solve people's problem. This is what you call customer-based marketing strategy, which is website designed to meet the various types of customer-specific needs, which is need is there when there is a problem. So initial step is to identify customer group, different groups that have a sharing common characteristic like a demographies, locations, and make site more accessible and useful for each group. Some people would use a desktop, some people use a laptop, some people use a mobile. That's another type of demography too. Companies need to take a view beyond internal perspectives. So, for example, the current university website focus on design on needs of stakeholders, and the stakeholders is like current students, prospective students, parents of students, and potential donors, faculties. And we spend usually 2 classes in BIS talking about especially this systems that it's needed for education, for example. And so media selection or choosing where to market and advertise a company can be critical also for online firms. Online firms' challenge is to obtain customer trust with a no physical presence. So how I'm gonna make my visitor trust me to buy or acquire product or service from me. So trust complexities could be in media choice. These are the 3 things that a stakeholder is looking at, the suppliers. So the web is a very broad intermediate between mass media and personal contact. So a step between these two, mass medias, which is, like a TV advertisement or radio. And then you have personal contact, which is a static sales. This is between them. Web communication offers the advantage of personal contact, selling with the mass media, cost saving. So instead of advertising, writing lots of brochures, and you don't know how many percentage of it is going to be effective, here you cost you cheaper. But a product complexities is a factor in a media choices. Many companies use blogs to communicate. Blogs, it's like and social media allow companies to engage two-way communications. And that's what makes it social media or media is different than mass media. So you have the mass media here, which is low trust and product or service complexities usually targeted is very low. And then you have the extreme one, which is the personal contact, like high, it has to be high trust and high product or service complexities, like we brought example of technology evaluation centers. And you have the website, which is a medium between these type that you're not doing a mass media or personal sales or personal contacts. So when you're in the mass media, you're still going to do some market segmentations, because dividing, and what's a market segmentation? It means dividing potential customer pool into segments defined by customer characteristics. In micro marketing is the practice of targeting a very small market segment. So you segment the market and you target that segment. There is three categories to identify the segment. You have the geographic segment, you have the demographic segment, and you have the physiographic the psychographic segment. In the television advertisement, usually use all three categories and target, in the mass media thing. Segmenting using customer behaviors. What we are trying to do is to understand the customer behavior. Once we understand the customer behavior, we can customize the marketing campaign so we can sell or make the client easier to be converted as a client or as a customer. Segmenting using customer behavior, same person require different combination of product and service depending on the occasion. And that's a big challenge. Behavior segmentation is a creation of separate customer experience based on behavior. So let's explain that. Same person require different combination. Same person require different combinations of product and services depending on the occasion. And then you have behavior segmentation is the creation of separate customer experience based on behavior. So it's pretty complex. Now, because the market is big, especially in the website, so you don't have problem of segmenting. Then you have what you're looking at, the browsers. So we need to understand who's the browser to understand their behavior. Some visitors just surf or browse sites. It's just like a Windows browsings. Website must offer something to grab the interest of these visitors. Something like a trigger words prompt visitor to stay and investigate product or services. Discount, most used, popular, something like that. Links to explanation or instruction helpful for this type of visitors. Clearance, something like that. Visitors who develop a favorable impressions are more likely to buy or bookmark. So it's important sometimes just to bookmark it and return as a visitor again. So you have what you call the browsers. Now you have also the buyers, and the browser will be converting, some of the browser will be converted to buyers. Now, buyers are usually ready to make a purchase right away. Site should offer a direct route into the purchase transaction. So you click on it, it takes you somewhere, and then different, it's like the aisle. And there is some kind of a shop cart, is a part of the website that keeps track of items selected for purchase and automates the purchase process. Plus, kind of promote things once you are in a purchase process to make sure that you buy them, or it's difficult to back up from them as you provide discount, speed of purchase, free delivery, something like that. And the primary goal is to get the buyer to the shopping cart as quickly as possible. So we have the browsers and we have the buyers. And this is what we brought the last class, an example of having Nike, what it does for making sure people stop from being browsers to buyers by software and create their own shoes. And then you have what you call shoppers. So there is a buyers and there is a shoppers. So they go in and they want to buy. And they are motivated to buy, but looking for more information. So they want to buy, but they're looking for more information before they purchase. And offer Comparison tools, product reviews, you look at the reviews because you already becomes a shopper, and features, like what kind of thing. And usually person may visit the website one day as a browser, return as a later as a shopper or a buyer. So they might not buy in the same time, but you, with the cookies, you can keep them and make sure they come back as a shoppers or a buyers. So as a behavior of the clicker, put it this way, there is a lots of step you go through that. So you are a simplifier. So you're going there for convenience and buy things, or you're not buying just to check in. And you might be surfers, which is find information, explore new ideas, or shop. You might be a bargainer, search for good deals, a connector, stay in touch with other people, a site where you stay with other people. A routiners, return to the same site over and over again. And that's one of the way of looking at what kind of behavior. And sports, spend time on sports and entertainment sites. So these are different, the 6 behavior-based categories. And then you must identify the group and formulate the ways to. So it's basically, you want to know the people who's coming in, what kind of people, so you put them in a different groups, identify that. We'll talk about CRM and how it works. Okay. Now, there is a different levels when you're going on the site. You're going there and you are into, and that causes different intensity too. So you're there to gain some awareness and you're less intense. And you probably, after you got this awareness, you probably, or you're going next stage to be exploration. So you explore and see different sites and you become more in, there's a higher intensity when you go there. And you familiar yourself with the website, you check things out. You might be in a level of commitment, and then after a while, you probably not interested in this side after you're done purchasing a few times, and then it's a separation. So this is a 5 stage of customer loyalties. Come in to just to be know what's going on. You probably start exploration, always there, want a familiar, or commitment and separation. So customer acquisition, it's not an easy thing and pretty costly. Conceptual tool used to understand the overall nature of marketing strategies. Also provide a clear structure for evaluating a specific strategic element, similar to the customer life cycle model, but is a less abstract. It's a better job at showing effectiveness of 2 or more specific strategies. We'll explain that later on. If you look at this, and this is the funnel model of a customer acquisition. Tons, millions of people walks in, check your website, and walk out. Some of them will stick around and keep until they become conversion. So let's take a look at it. So you have, say, need of identification. So they come in as a funnel. There is a 500 ads are showing on the website. and then search for and gathering information. We'll explain each state where your need of identification until become conversion of shoppers into a loyal supporters and product services and brand, which is out of 500,000 ads, 80 purchasers become a loyal and repeat customer. And that's why I say it's difficult to get a purchaser and a repeater. So we want to keep him because out of the 500,000, we get only 580 of them. So the cost of customer acquisition, conversion, and retention is not a cheap thing to do, and it's efforts. Losing a customer is pretty difficult because you're losing 1% that you got out of targeting 500,000 people. Out of 500,000 people, you get only 80 of them. You're losing one. It means pretty much difficult thing. Now, benefit of acquiring new visitors are different for the web businesses with the different revenue models. Acquisition cost is the amount of money spent to bring one customer to the site. Conversion is converting a visitor into a customer. So we have an acquisition cost and we have a conversion cost too. And then you have the retained customer return to the site after purchasing. So that's also we need to take into the consideration. So we have customer acquisition, customer conversion, customer retention or retaining, that keeping the customers coming back to you again and again. So first stage, what we are thinking of it, how we do the advertisement on the web. And that could be, as we said, there is a 5 stages of intensity also applicable for the way you do advertisement. And they are awareness stage, which is messages should be informed, as you saw, is also for 500,000 people. Exploration stage, message should explain how product works and encourage you to switch to their brand or switch up to their website or switch to their services. And then when you have a familiarity stage, which is a message should convince customers to purchase products and request a call, for example, to be more familiar. That's where the places where you can log into a CRM or artificial intelligence answer you or somebody answering. And then you have what you call commitment stage, which is message should reinforce good feeling and remind customers to buy. And then you have the separation stage, customers not targeted in the ads anymore, and they're not interested anymore. Online ads should be coordinated with the existing advertisement effort and how you target each people, how you track them through the cookies, how often they come in there. Now, an interactive, as you see here, an interactive advertisement bureau universal, like the package when you see it on the website, when you go on your website, there is a different stages where you probably want to put your ad or company wants to put ad. They have some lead board on the top. You have a medium rectangles. You have a rectangle bottom there, and you have the banner, the skinner. That's the banner, and the white skinner. So if you open a website, you will see 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is where you can put your ads in any general website, and each one has a different pricing too. Now, average time spent, hours per day, with the various media population estimate. So you need to see your model level and how you make sales and what kind of people using what, and you target that and where they can be more effective. And you notice here average time spent per hours a day. So people spend right now more on the televisions. There is 2.25 per day, hours wise, on a desktop internet, 3 hours wise, a daily on mobile internet, some kind of a print, radios, like a book and all these things, and some 1.2 hours on radios, and the others would be on. So these, how much hours an individual an averagely spent a day on different media. So let's look at the mobile device advertisement because they spend the 3 hours quite intriguing. There is a tremendous usage growth of mobile and devices, and it's keep growing right now. Some mobile software application you find you can download, you can use it for free, but it's include advertising elements, especially music, or even other applications like Google's also, you can have it like YouTube, ads free, music ads free. You have to pay for it. We spoke about it last class, the revenue models for these organizations. There is what you call sponsorship. Some companies sponsor your site if there is a lot of visitors, like YouTube once again does a sponsorship. Other sites also, they sponsor companies, private companies sponsor because there is a lot of people come and visit your site, so they can sponsor that. And it's a website offer advertiser the opportunities to sponsor all or part of their site. Goals like sporting, you see event sponsors. I believe each unit right now of advertisement for final NFL is like $650,000, and each unit is a half a minute. So every half a minute advertisement for a final game is $650,000 US. So the goals like sporting event sponsors, television program sponsors, ethical concern there at phrase because they might put an ad that is not according to the ethics too. So if you have a website, you need to make sure that match the requirements of ethics too. Otherwise, you're probably going to be under radar, just like your company who is sponsoring you. So online advertisement cost and effectiveness. There is what you call CPM. The word M means thousands in Latin word. So it's a pricing metrics is cost per thousand for a mass media advertisement. And we have cost per click, which is used in internet today. And cost per click is an alternative to CPM. CPM is a pricing metrics cost per thousand of mass media advertisement. And it's about issuing of measuring site effectiveness has become more important. That when I'm spending that much money, I need to know whether it's effective or not. And then you have the CRM, which is technology-enabled customer relationship management. And it's a click stream is the information that a website can gather about the visitors. So when you're clicking, they collect data, where you click, how many times you stayed, where did you move, when did you leave, which website you left. All these things is gathered by every visitor. And it's about technology-enabled relationship management occurrence when firms obtain information on a customer's behavior, preferences, needs, and buying patterns too. So it's called CRM, or customer relationship management, which is a technology-enabled relation. I think Salesforce, one of the market leaders, but all major applications have the CRM. Also, Microsoft has CRM, Oracle has CRM. And now you have what you call the electronic customer relationship management, which is the eCRM. It's a CRM, but for online thing. We will look at this and we'll see, like in the advertisement, what's the dimension of advertisement or targeting or promotion and discount, how things is different now. Technology enabled customer relationship versus the traditional relationship with customers. Things just became more accessible. Technology enabled relationship management versus the traditional ones. What really CRM can do, if it is about source of value, collect information that's valuable for you. Information itself is a source of values. So use of the information is a creating new value for customers, should provide customized value-added digital product and services to marketplace so they know exactly what I look for. So next time they can provide me exactly what I'm looking for. In the early days when we started working with the CRMs, it was very complex. It took so long to be implemented, very costly, and usually clients just did not use it most of the time, unless the big organization and telco operations, they have used it. Then later on, banking and others start using it. Now everybody uses CRM. CRM system, if it's good, gather information from every customer touch points, where they stop, what they click, how they figure it out, which point they read, spent how long time, all these things. That's a good CRM. Multiple sources of information about the customers also guide the sellers how to do the next steps. It's a multiple CRM, good CRM is a multiple source of information about customers. Their preference and their behavior are entered into a large database and data warehousing. There are some tools that it's used, and one of them is analytical processing, which is a data mining, examining the stored information and looks for patterns of different products. And probably we can play this video again and see how they use data, which is collected most of the time by CRM today. So when you come in, CRM start gathering information, which is looking at customer touch points, website interact, the click stream data. They look at the logs and chat with the customers. They look at the customer completed information request form. They also have what you call maybe phone calls, emails, letters, call reports, memos collected, early invoices that they send, sales back orders that you bought, things that you returned, warranties that you've got or you're seeking. All these will generate some data about the client. When you come in, it's like you understand what the client's all about. If we have a time in the end of the semester, we're probably going to examine one of this telco CRM, probably, or a CRM for companies, that they utilize it. And you would see how there's a 360 points evaluation for these. So when you collect all, it becomes in the data warehouse. And then when it's in the data warehouse, you have different application, which is called the statistical models and data mining. And they all comes in as conclusions for marketing and sales to do their next activities. So it formulates and revises strategies sometimes and tactics that better meet the need of the customers or make you better salesperson. So the element when we are trying to sell a service or product, there is differentiation, which stands for in what significant ways is this product or service unlike its competitors. We want to know what's different you have. And whether there is a relevance. So how does this product or service fit into my life? And does me as a customer, do I see the values? Is this product or service is good? These are elements of a brand. When I'm looking at a brand or a service, it's more about relationship. And then there is what you call rational branding versus emotional branding. And usually in the TV's ad or radios, there's more emotional branding, which is emotional appeal to work will on television, radios, billboard, and print, and because it's a one-way happen. And a rational branding because there is a clicks and feedbacks. It's good on the website. Rational branding offers to help web users in some ways in exchanging for viewing an ad. So that's a rational branding. Then we have what you call affiliate marketing strategies. So one firm website is affiliate, including a description, review, rating, other information about a product linked to another firm site that offer the item for sales. So you probably, when you do affiliate marketing, you do your site and then you link them and send them to another site. Affiliate site receive a commission for every visitors who follow a link to the seller's site. Affiliate saves expense for handling. So your job is just doing the marketing, handling inventory, advertising, promotion, product, transaction. These are deals that's happening between affiliate marketing, and Amazon is one of the first affiliate marketing to create successful affiliate program on their website, And then you have what you call pay-per-click, which is when you search Google's, you have the 4 or 5 first see the word ad. When you click on it, they charge that company certain amount of money, which is pay per click. And then you have pay per conversion, but pay per click pays a commission each time a visitor clicks the link and load the seller's page. And then you have pay per conversion pays when a visitor become a qualified prospect or a customer. We hear a lot about viral marketing, which is viral marketing means viral relies on existing customer to tell prospective customer, potential about the product or services, and suddenly everybody is looking at your site. And the social media marketing is the best done using an indirect approach where you do a viral marketing there. Encourage the community to discuss the desirabilities of a product or a service. And that's what they do in YouTube's website. Followers on a company, when they say subscribe and do a follower, they want you to be part of their viral marketing. Website followers on a company discussion activity are called fans. They want more fans. So it's basically, this is what's happened. Somebody does, Emily, I'm off the mall, hope I can score some poster boost on sales. So Emily, what it does, Emily posts a status report that includes a tag for her favorite brands on boots, whatever. Then her friends or Emily friends or followers or see the post about the Futzer booth, and several of them share the booth. Then when they share it and repost it, friend of friend Emily or friends of Emily friends are now aware of this brand, and this is what becomes a viral through our social medias. And then we have what you call the domain names and search engine position and search engine optimization and search engine position and domain names. It's domain names is a ways that the potential customer find the web. It could be by referral by a friend, a link on a referring website, to go on website to click takes you somewhere else, referring by affiliate marketing like the viral thing, partners, site URL, print and advertisement, televisions, unintentional visitors, you just find it by luck, use of search engine or search engine optimization or direct website. These are different ways of potential customer find your website. But why we are so keen to do that? Lots of companies now, they are into website and advertising, and you notice here the amount of money in $1 billion in 2006 was almost $20 billion. Today is around 2017, $60 billion spending on online advertisement. And because there is a good income for it, that's the reason people are spending on advertisement. And today they probably have reached over $150 billion spending on online advertisements. A global advertisement by the mediums. So there is only 10% they use internet mobile, although the people spend, that's in the estimated 2006, people spend 3 hours a day on that. Televisions, 39% of them, there's advertisement spend there, 29% on desktop, outdoors, magazines, only 6% now, newspapers, 12%. So the global advertisement expenditure by the medium, that's in 2006. 16 is totally a little bit change, I assume. This is pretty high, and this one is high. And still this spending, not bad. Then we seek a good naming for our website when we create into the domain. URL should reflect the company names or repetitions. And we had a situation with one of Duhok University, which is, we thought people are confused between Duhok University and Duke University. And nice story to tell you about it. Important part of establishing a web presence, pretty much your name is pretty much important. And troublesome domain names can lead to purchasing more suitable domain names. So you might have a troublesome your domain name. You can fix it pretty much. Myself, probably, I used to do pick on email addresses. So I had like a faisalmail@mail.com, one word. And when they start launching some domains, they don't mind you to do that. Or I have Faisal email@email.com, which is easier to pick, not Gmail, Faisal email@email.com. They'll be trying to take it away anyway. So buying, selling, and leasing domain names. Market for domain names continue to be very active. Names that include general topic terms often bring high prices, mainly invested in highly desirable domain names. Leasing the right to the domain name is an option that's usually done through URL brokers. Usually when domain comes in public, a lot of brokers trying to select names that they think it's going to be very pricey in the future. And this is of the price. The domain name insurance.com was sold at $35.6 million. Internet.com at $18 million was sold. Or how much is that much? iCloud.com, $6 million. So you see the prices are pretty much not cheap, really. If you can get these domain names, then you probably can sell them at these prices and higher, much higher than that now. So that's the end of the chapters. Thank you very much.